the two teams, but the Portuguese come here in jubilant mood, having already qualified thanks to Ukraine's defeat on Friday. Actually, before Portugal even played, they had qualified. They went on to lose that game against Israel, but it didn't matter at that stage. As you can see from the standings here, Portugal in the top three. They will remain in third place, and they have qualified for the first time in 14 years for a EuroBasket. Ukraine, unfortunately for them, have missed out, but they're trying to get one win on the board to show for this qualifying campaign. Israel and Slovenia also going through from Group A in this qualifying campaign. A historic one for Portugal. It's a pretty good time to be a Portuguese basketball player right now. The men's team qualifying for the first time in 14 years. The women's team going to EuroBasket 2025 as well, and that's the first time they have ever qualified for the continental showpiece. So what a great moment this is for Portuguese basketball. As I say, the men not been since 2011. It's only the fourth time they've ever been to the continental competition. One of them was in 1951, so in recent memories they've only been a couple of times. And for these players, every single one of them, that is now on the to-do list. Get yourself in that squad, on that plane, and in a EuroBasket. It'll be a first opportunity for all of them. And what a moment. It's been a long old journey for them to get here. Think about it, probably started back in 2020 in the pre-qualifiers for the World Cup, and all the way progressing through that and into the second round of the EuroBasket qualifiers, getting through that. And even that was 3 years ago, but it's ended in glory for the Portuguese. And what a summer they have ahead of them. What a moment, what an opportunity for these players to really make a name for themselves, not only in Portuguese basketball, but all across Europe. Really proud moment for this country. When you haven't been for as long as it's been, it is such an opportunity. You can really make your career on performances on that sort of stage. And the lights come back on, and as the teams are lined up on court, we will pause now for the national anthems. Now for the national anthem of Portugal. belted out, as you would expect, by the home fans. One of the biggest flags I've ever seen behind the basket there is the coaches and the players will meet at midcourt and exchange mementos and wish each other well for the upcoming game. They obviously want to get victory over their opponents, but all the pleasantries exchanged before we get things underway. And Portugal, well, they lost that game on Friday. Really, it was a slow start. I think they were so excited having qualified beforehand that probably put them off a little bit. Our three officials getting ready for the game: Martins Kovleviskis, Gintaras Marchulius, and Zafer Yilmaz. Our three referees for the game. Posing for the cameras, Fernando Corazon is our commissioner as well, just in the background of that shot. Also preparing for his role in this contest. Both these teams making a couple of changes from the teams on Friday night. Mobliak and Klitschko coming in, Sanon and Vojnilovic going out, the starting five. Tkachenko, Nowitzki, Pustovoy, Bluzhnyuk and Zotov to start it off for the Ukrainians. Ricardo Montero and Anthony De Silva are the two Portuguese players who played in that game. Both games were in Riga on Friday, one after the other, and they're the two to miss out. And Diogo Gameiro and Daniel Heliao into the team, and Navarro actually into the starting lineup as well. This is the five that they will go for at the starting of this contest. As I say, the results not hugely important. You always want to get a win. Helps your every win counts towards the rankings. And Portugal, the lowest ranked team to qualify, other than the co-hosts Cyprus. So of the teams that actually had to qualify, nobody had a lower ranking than they. So they will feel they are massive underdogs, and they have achieved a great feat, which is certainly true. But once you get there, you want to make some noise when you get there. And these players, as I say, now have a new focus. It's not about winning for qualification. It's about performing well and getting yourself on that plane in the summer and get yourself to whichever of the venues that they may well end up in over the course of the summer. In some ways, it doesn't really matter which country it is. You go with optimism and hope, and hope maybe the draw be a little kind to you and you have an opportunity to, as I say, make some noise. You never know. We've seen it over the years. Sometimes the teams that nobody's talking about beforehand, everybody's talking about at the end. And could Portugal be that team this summer? First of all, they've got to finish off the qualification rounds right against the Ukrainian team, who will want to avoid going through the whole competition without a win. 5 played, 5 defeats so far for Ukraine. They were all right in parts on Friday, but just didn't quite have enough by way of offense. And maybe that's kind of been a theme here. They've scored in the 70s every game in this competition, including 77 against Portugal when they lost their nominal home game in Riga this time last year, a year ago tomorrow. One of the 2 wins that Portugal have picked up, the other one was against Slovenia. A real eye-catching win, that one, in that same window. No, it wasn't. It was in November. What am I talking about? Anyway, we'll get things underway. Welcome along if you're joining us, wherever you're joining us from. It's the final round of Group A action in FIBA EuroBasket qualifiers. Game day 6, Portugal against Ukraine here. Portugal all in white, and the first foul of the game called against Ventura. Just a little grab around the waist of Zotov. Space here for the long two off the mark, and Williams pulls in the rebound. It's quickly running back the other way though, Zotov. Three ball is off the mark from Blizniuk, but points on the board nonetheless. First score of the game for Ukraine. Here's Ventura. Hits it back from Kirosh. Driving kick, and nobody thought Brito was going to pass it back out there, I don't think. And that one's gone out of bounds for a turnover. An auspicious start here for the Portuguese in the opening minute. It was between the two players anyway. Nowitzki keeps it himself, goes all the way to the rim, can't convert. More second chance points opportunities for Ukraine here. Zotov knocks it down, tough shot, that's worth 3, got back behind the line. First 5 points of the game to the visitors. Ventura moves it on to Heval. Ventura up in the air, gets the pass away to Queiroz. Brito in the corner for 3, Portugal on the board. Diogo Brito getting the first score of the game for the home team. Blizniuk going all the way to the rim. Not too much resistance there. Ventura. Back to the Portuguese number 9. He fires up the 3. Some good boxing out there. Nowitzki able to come up with the rebound. There's a foul called at the opposite end of the floor. It's on Daniel Heval. Just got his hands in that passing lane, just catching the arm. Zotov. Chenko kind of loses the ball. It bounces nicely, and he gets it back for the jam. Nice extra pass there from Blizniuk. Good start from Ukraine here. 9 points on the board. Is just talking about their offense at the top of the show. They got 9 in 3 minutes. Just a little too much on the hedge there. Foul is going to go against Pushtavi. He's doing the right thing, but just have too much of that. That's a lovely pass. Williams sneaking back door for the layup. Trevante Williams. Zotov. Chenko. Stovi trying to force that one home, leaves it short. Has a quick look at the official, but no whistle coming his way. Here's Williams going to fire up the 3 this time and going to knock it down. Oh, scores from close range and scores from far as well. 5 quick points for Williams. Brizniuk backing down. Stovi. Oh, he's put the ball on the floor and he's turned it over. And he's blocked, is it? Goaltend is the call. Ventura's basketball count. I think it did just hit the backboard before the intervention. Let's have a look. Backboard then block, good call. Zotov's pass required a little bit of work there from Nowitzki, but he was able to do it. He's driving in hard. He's having his shirt pulled, and the basket is good. It's a great finish under all sorts of pressure. Aggressive to the rim and a chance for an and one. Front of the rim on the free throw. Kirosh hands it over to Ventura. Lobbed up, dropped in by Brito. Just sort of tossed it almost like a pass, but it was to the rim. He's got an early 5 points coming freely here in the first 5 minutes of this quarter. Zoltov. Open man is Sukchenko. Resets his feet for three and he strings it. That couldn't have gone through the net any quicker than it did. Ivan Sukchenko from behind the arc. Both teams netted a couple of threes here as we approach the midpoint of the opening quarter. Ventura, nice pass, but an even better block. What a defensive denial that was. Super play from Nowitzki. Looked like he was muscled out of the way at first, but able to reject the shot. Brito with the foul, reaching across. Portugal 12, Ukraine 14. Half of the first quarter is gone. Zotov looking to attack, probing, comes back out. Lobbed inside, was to be underneath, and they backed away from him. Didn't want to be part of the poster there, I don't think. And Artem Sovi able to lay it in. 10 of the 16 points coming in the paint for Ukraine. Plus 2 threes. Modern basketball at its optimum. I don't know if it's because the pressure is off, but both teams seem a little freer here today. I wonder whether it would have started 16-12 had this game, oh, that's a poor pass, had this game been the decider. Of course, if Ukraine had won on Friday, this game would have been a do-or-die game. But as it is, all the tickets for EuroBasket have now been punched. Everybody knows where they're going this summer. Well, maybe not the exact location, but they know they're heading to EuroBasket. Zotov off the mark. It's going to be a foul on the rebound. Daniel had a foul. I believe that's his second. He'll have to head to the bench, and it's because they've both been sucked towards the ball, so therefore he doesn't have great position. And Maxim Klitschko, the 19-year-old center. I was about to say getting his chance to get points on the board, but not quite there. (2'16" at the age of 19. He's got a bright future, you would imagine, in front of him. And his first point on the board. As well. Mid-range is good for Miguel Queiroz. Lukashov being harassed. Moves the ball on. Oop, right through the hands and gratefully received by Delgado. And oh, the follow not quite there for Delgado. Chance for Ukraine to run the other way. Transition defense isn't too bad, but not a lot you can do about that. Big old hook shot from Klitschko. It's just too long for anybody on the opposing side to deal with. But it didn't quite get up, and you can see Queiroz, he's given up a lot. Queiroz at 202, so he's given up 14, 15 centimeters in height. And then with the wingspan, maybe a bit more on that baby hook. Queiroz hands off to his roller. Gets it right back. Nice pass inside. Queiroz foul from behind, and he will go to the line for two. Good use of his body to make sure that all Klitschko could do from there is commit the foul. Delgado even rattles out on the first free throw. And it's tipped off the rim, but through the rim. That will count. Just somebody asking a question whether that's worth two or not. It's not in that situation. It's worth two if you tip it in, not if you tip it out. Luzhniak around the high screen. Lukashov lobs it up. It's a bit floaty, but it's good work. He had a lot to do there, didn't he, Bobrov? Pass floated to him when he probably needed a bit more zip, but Bobrov using his body well for the score. Saar hands the ball over to Cruz. Nice pass. And there's Delgado again underneath, using his bulk for another two. Lukashov again under pressure, helped out by Bobrov. Luzhniak. Bobrov. Back out to Luzhniak. Late shot clock situation here. Oh, he slipped and ended up traveling. It's probably better that it caught a travel than the alternative. Could have ended up throwing the ball to an opposing team. Again, Delgado rolling to the rim nicely on a couple of occasions in this first quarter. 3 turnovers apiece, 17-21 on the scoreboard. Ukraine on top with 90 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here Brito orchestrating the play, or dribbling it a lot, one or the other. Here's the 3, and he misses everything. Oh, kept in play there by Public. Not sure he needed to, but wanted to keep things moving. A little shove in the back from Gonzalo Delgado. His first foul. Portugal over the limit, so once again, young Maxime Klitschko will go to the free throw line. You're always interested in these sort of games to see how young guys like this perform out on the big stage. Are they ready to blossom? Do they still need a bit more? He's made a good start. Five points already, 3 of them from the line. Ukraine leading by 6. Looking for that elusive win in qualifying. It won't help them qualify, but it'll end their campaign nicely if they can get it. There's Klitschko again trying to get his hands on it, but comes all the way out to Brito for 3. Did that hit the shot clock? Yes, it did. Another game in this group is taking place in Riga once again. Riga's hosted most of the games in this group, with Israel and Ukraine unable to play in their own country, and it will decide who tops the group, Slovenia or Israel, as the foul is called there. It's going to be another 2 free throws. Boa with the hold. Basically, the winner of that game will top the group, Israel. Slovenia, doesn't matter about points difference or anything like that. The winner will be 5-1, the loser will be 4-2. And as I said right at the start of the show, doesn't matter in terms of where they finish for Portugal today, but victory will move them to 3-3, which is a very creditable return out of the 6 games. And Ukraine just trying to get on the board. Quick lob down court to Brito. Says, why not? That's maybe why not, because you can't get an offensive rebound if it doesn't go in. Bliznyuk. Bublik trying to feed it in, but didn't account for the length of Saar. Able to reach up and pluck that out of the air. You've got to be a little more arc on that if you want to get it over Candido Saar. Great length on him. Stands 206. Impressive wingspan as well. There's Boa with the shot clock off. Just looking to dribble it down to zeros. Now he goes to attack, drops it off. Well, big scream of and one, didn't make the shot or get the foul, and Ukraine, even though they had 3 on none, couldn't get the ball down court quick enough. That'll do it for the opening quarter here in Matazinosh. It's the home team who trail. We played 10 minutes in this Group A matchup. And the score is Portugal 17, Ukraine 24. Well, numbers, very impressive so far. 60% plus from Ukraine from both inside and outside the arc. That's just about the only difference. It's felt like offense is relatively comfortable here in the first quarter, and I'm sure we'll see that as we look back over the best plays of this opening quarter. Just got his toes behind the line. I was wondering in real time whether he danced that one back far enough. But players looking comfortable in this one, and as is the way in the modern game, threes into the rim, that's what it's all about. However you get there. And Ukraine just been slightly better at that in this first 10 minutes. I don't know if there was a little misdirection on that play there from Kirosh. He turned to the referee as if to say the ball was a little damp and then threw a nice assist underneath. I was impressed with that one as well from Bobrov. Plenty to do. Well, all the action going on across Europe and indeed around the world can be seen on Courtside 1891. Scan the QR code, download the app, and keep on top of the world of basketball. Stream scores, stats, and more. Courtside 1891. Well, there's a few in the house waving the Ukrainian flag, supporting their team. They're hugely outnumbered by the home fans, obviously, but they're making themselves heard. Second quarter about to get underway here in Portugal, where the home team will get the opening possession of this quarter, trailing by 7 against the Ukrainian team looking for their first win of the qualifying campaign. Good ball movement, finds Brito up top for 3, and he knocks down the triple. He's up to 8 points, 2 of 5 from behind the arc. All hands to knock that away. Ukraine able to keep possession. Blizhnyk spinning. Oh, steps through. Lovely play. Well done, Blizhnyk. Good footwork there. Close to the rim. There's Boa. Over to Saar. He's going to let it fly for 3. That's off the mark. Blizhnyk on the rebound. Still going. Drives and kicks out to the corner. That one rattles out for Tkachenko. Blizhnyk's been at the center of a lot of good things today. Oh, nice extra pass, and there's Bobrov to lay it in. Super play from Artem Pushtavi to zip that one on quickly to Bobrov. Boa's going to go around the screen. That one radar way off. Lovely. Back to Blizhnyk. Drops it off to Bobrov, who attacks the rim and hammers it home. Great roll to the basket and a monster jam at the end of it. Two-handed, shaking the stanchion. Vyacheslav Bobrov absolutely throwing it down. Look at this, takes off, and look out below. Bobrov with the force and aggression on that jam. And that's forced the first time out of the game.
We need to play team defense. E não estamos a defender como equipa. Bloqueios centrais. Vamos empurrar e passar por trás. Push and go behind. E as ajudas da X a funcionar. Ok, eles estão-nos a matar é com as penetrações. Todos os jogadores nos batem
Well, you don't need me to tell you he's not overly impressed. Particularly at the defensive end. You can't fail to have been impressed by that jam from Bobrov. It has given his team a 10-point lead. Biggest lead even of the game so far. Back underway here in the second quarter. Portugal down double figures. 2 minutes into it. On what should be a celebratory night for them. The three is off the mark from Lisboa, having qualified for the first time in 14 years for EuroBasket. This was meant to be the happy homecoming. It's not been thus far. Little reach around from behind for Amarante to deflect that away. Some perspiration to be sorted out before we can get play back underway. Thumbs up from the referee. And Bliznyuk will inbound. Chenko. Traveling violation. He says I'm spinning around on 1 foot, ref. And he's not convinced. I'd need to see it back myself. The referee was in a much better spot than I am. Williams. Kirsch with the screen, but he wasn't quite ready for the roll pass. And the quick outlet is a tough one to deal with for Bublik, and in the end he didn't. That's an awful lot of Mikhail Bublik out in transition there. That was my reaction as well to the pass, so you asked a lot there. Bobbled the ball from Lisboa, but got it under his grasp now. Who did that touch last? It must have been Wow, because it's gone the other way. Well, the offense seems to have slowed, particularly for Portugal, from that early pace. Stovey working with Bliznyuk. Bliznyuk spinning, gets to the baseline, stepped on it though. Just watch the feed if we can see it. Yes. Oh, did he? He might, I don't know. His heel was up in the air. It was certainly over the line. Referee was right on the spot. Nice kick out to the corner, but a long way short on the three-point shot. Portugal struggling a little bit here offensively. Just 3 points in 3.5 minutes. The upside is that Portugal only have, Ukraine, sorry, only have 6 in this quarter themselves. So they've not really got away, but if you think about it, you go back, it was a couple of minutes from the end of the quarter that the Portuguese got their last score of the first quarter. So in the last 5 minutes or so, they've only scored 5 points. It's a fortunate kickball, really. He's kind of lost his feet, threw it out. Well, it's actually not, unfortunately. He's controlled it with his foot. It's a good call. Well, timeout called again. I think both teams need a little bit of a boost here after an early explosion of offense. It's kind of slowed down a little bit. Ukraine, though, still in the better spot. Portugal 20, Ukraine 30. 6:23 left in the first half. Mascot enjoying the love. Luzhnik to inbound. New 14 after that kickball violation. He has it stripped away. Williams looking to use a quick step to get to the rim, but still they can't get that scoreboard ticking. Stovey backing down, spinning, and denied. He thought he was fouled, but that's good defensive play from, according to the referee. Not sure the replay agrees with that. Zoltov circles back out. Oh, will that bounce in? Yes, it will. Slightly lucky ricochet for Dennis Lukashov for 3. Stretches the lead out to 13. Portugal with just 1 score in this quarter. Get a chance now from the line for Trevante Williams. Portugal got to 17 with 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. They're on 20 here as we approach the midpoint of the second. Williams gets 1 on the board, but only 1. It comes all the way back to him. He might get a reverse 3-point play. He does. Well, makes the free throw first and then puts in the 2. Up to 8 now for Williams. Lukashov. Stovi in the low block. Looking to back down again. Nice spin. Beautiful finish. Classic low post footwork there from Artem Husovic. Morante. Williams fires up the 3, front iron on that, and he should have left it. It's one of them when it was coming to him. Krutos, it looked like he had to save it. Then he got a ricochet, and suddenly he didn't have to save it, but by that point he was in I'm trying to save it mode. Portugal will get it back. Queiroz trying to make that extra pass inside to Val, but it was broken up. So it'd be 2 on the shot clock as they get the ball from the end line. Queiroz off the mark. That's going to be a Portugal ball again, I think. Yes, it is. Husovic getting a hand to it, but no more. Williams on the spin knocks it down. Well, when he made his mind up to shoot, he wasn't even looking at the rim. But he's into double figures now. 10 of his team's 25, including the last 5 here. That's a long 2. Offensive rebound. Lukashov from the mid-range, back iron. Space here for the 3, and it's good. Ventura knocking it down. Good ball movement. Lukashov to the floater off the mark. Ventura is fouled. You can see he's thinking about shooting here and squares himself up. Lovely follow through. Back running down. Here's Williams again, looking to create. Shoots it himself and continues to have the hot hand for the Portuguese here. He's dragging them back into the game. Well, it was double figures deficit. His 12 points has cut it down to 5. Zoltov. Zoltov again, a little pump fake on the pass, throwing it up, whether it was to his teammate or to the rim. Neither happened. Oh, that's a confident shot from Romero. Didn't go though. Bobrov back to Zoltov. Zoltov getting his body in the way. Nice pass. Oh, but an absolute blown layup there from Nowitzki. How's he not put that one in? Williams again, seeing bodies. So he gives the ball up and finds a better shot from Queiroz. And that's Portugal all the way back down to a shot now. Having trailed by as many as 13, they now only behind by 3. And coming up on halftime, Ukraine have to call another timeout here. It's definitely been led by Trevante Williams. Portuguese shooting numbers going up. Well, teams making their way back out onto court. Just over 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Ukraine's lead down to only 3. Need to get across the line. He's able to do that. Mira with the foul. Doesn't really get in front of him. Gives him that sideline and bumps him on the way. Lukashov around the screen. Lukashov turns the corner, lobs it up. Klitschko is there to lay it in. I'm not sure it was originally intended to Klitschko, but he's so big that anything in his airspace is his. Good hustle from Zoltov. Blocked. Big denial. Chance for Ukraine to run the other way. Here's Nowitzki, who got the block, trying to get some points at the end of it. He'll go to the line. Well, Nowitzki stands 204, so not easy to shoot over him. And he shows his strength here at the offensive end before getting a slap across the elbow from Miguel Queiroz. Going to get another timeout, this one to Portugal. 1:08 to go. Well, they didn't call a timeout, I don't think, in the first quarter either, coach, but they've used them all here in the second.
Vocês têm que controlar a ansiedade. Vocês têm que se conseguir controlar, mal. Temos de ter calma a jogar a isto. Vamos jogar 12 para o travante. Calma. Bora, caralho. Estamos em jogo, caralho. Vamos.
Well, an interesting minute to go here in this quarter. I think in this situation, 2 scores here. 2 scores and a stop. That can be the difference between a tie game and a 10-point game at halftime. Miroslav Novitsky at the free throw line. Plays his club ball in Latvia this season on never glass. Pushes the lead back to 7. Williams is open in the corner, decides against the 3. Shot clock getting low, he'll take it now, but it doesn't go. Ball on the floor, Klitschko able to pick it up. Well, I said 2 scores and a stop. They got 1 score. Try that again. They got 1 score and a stop. Can they get a second? Bluzniak shaking and baking, and he does get the second and pushed it to 9. Oh, you feel like Portugal kind of need a score here on the final play. Foul call, they had that to give though. He was cooking here, wasn't he? He's been involved in a lot. Well done, Bluzniak, in this first half. 3.2 for Portugal to get a shot away here. It's going to have to be a deep 3, and it doesn't go. Well, Ukraine started to edge away in the first quarter. They got as far as 13 points ahead in the second here. Portugal had it down to 3, but that last minute favored the visitors. We're at the half. It's Portugal 32, Ukraine 41. Oh, shooting numbers really good for Ukraine. A lot of 3s for Portugal, not many have gone in. Ukraine dominating the rebounding as well. It's in part because they're shooting the ball better. Williams' intervention look. Let's have a look back at the highlights from the second quarter. I think as these go on, we're going to see a lot of number 5 in white, as he had a big impact on this quarter. Brito with that early 3, that was their only score in about the first 5 minutes of the quarter. And then this from Bobrov, rocked the rim and got his team on a bit of a charge. They ended up leading by 13 points after this spell of play. And you thought Portugal were going to have difficulties because their offense didn't look very smooth, but one man who was smooth with it, Trevonte Williams, found a way to get his team going back in the right direction. And that's why at the half it's 32-41.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Cordinier explodes, goes down the lane. Look at that, France playing above the rim already. So Le Bleu take the lead on Croatia.
Well, what a transition. Oh my goodness. Touchdown if you like. Brito, that was well executed, very well timed.
Long pass, Bongo with the two-hander. Germany, showtime here in Podgorica.
Now Latvia. Oh, what a time goes. Oh my goodness. What a rejection by Hugo Gonzalez. Petrushev base. Oh, baby. Dobrodoshvili. Are you kidding me? Well, Philip Petrushev just went baseline.
Montenegro attacking the basket. Oh, behind the back. What a pass and what a finish. Vision from Voigtman.
Well, nice spin by Santi Justa. B-E-A, beautiful move. Really cleaned the screen on that spin out. Completely took the defense out. Look at that spin out. Clean the windshield. Now Latvia has numbers. Bertans down the middle, throws it down. Al Diaz, are you kidding me? Well, Davis Bertans made the pass. And as they say in Latvia, Al Diaz, throw it down, Davis. Throw it down, big man.
My goodness sakes, that's a throwdown. Halilovic wasn't even on the main roster coming into the game, but he has certainly made an impact.
8 seconds to take this to overtime. Tulopoulos gets his feet set, puts it up, gets it! Tulopoulos knocks down the three. We've got a tied game. 77 apiece with 2 to go. How often does a Greek guard come up with a huge play?
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Well, some legends of Portuguese basketball. Today, the team is qualified already for EuroBasket, first time in 14 years, writing their name into the history books. But seeing Klitschko having himself a ball game, the young man coming off the bench and really contributing to his team, plays for the under-21s in Monaco. I said right at the beginning, you get a young man like this. He's 19 years of age, up on the big stage, and giving him an opportunity and see what he can do. And what he's done has been pretty good so far. Nothing outside of his comfort zone. His length has been a big problem for the Portuguese to deal with. And he's been a bright spark. And at the other end, well, Williams just exploded into life, didn't he, in the second quarter, when offense was hard to come by for the Portuguese. He was a one-man wrecking show. But they need to find a little bit more in the half court other than a touch of brilliance from the experienced Williams. Plays at the minute in Romania, but obviously spent much of his career here in Portugal. But he's been the key threat, and they're going to need something beyond him if they're going to come back and win this game. Next highest scorer only has 5 points. And the reality is 32 is not enough at home in a half. You're trending towards 64. Mid-60s is tough to win. You can do it, but it's tough to win in that way. But when you've given up 41, it's even harder. You're thinking you're going to need mid-70s really to have a chance of winning. Duzhniak has been lively, I think it's fair to say. He's been involved in an awful lot. Not all of it on the stat sheet, but certainly a lot of it very positive for his team. And Ukraine just look comfortable here today. Obviously, they would have hoped to be coming to this game with qualifications still on the line, but they were unable to contain Slovenia sufficiently or score enough, whichever way you want to look at it, to win that game. They were always kind of chasing it. Got away from them in the end. Maybe it wasn't a 13-point game, but it did get away from them a little bit. And that meant before Portugal took to the floor in Riga, they already knew they won. They didn't have a great first half against Israel. I think they gave up 29 in the second quarter, and they were down big at halftime. Fought back, but didn't get all the way back. Ended up losing that one by 6, but their qualification already assured. It didn't matter at that point. And likewise, it doesn't matter if they don't win tonight, but as I say, you always want to win these games just to try and bump up the old coefficient, get your ranking up. And they are the lowest ranked team going into EuroBasket other than Cyprus, one of the co-hosts. So that means, in all likelihood, they're going to have a very difficult draw. But that's what you qualify for. You want it to be difficult. You want to push on. The reality is, if it was easy, it wouldn't have taken them 14 years to get back there. And as I say, really good moment in time for Portuguese basketball. Not the biggest nation in Europe, but both their men's and women's team have qualified for EuroBasket. It's a great achievement. It's not easy for any nation to do that on both sides of the ball, if you like, the men and the women. And they have done it, and should be applauded for that achievement. But they'll want a better second half here, because fans have come looking for a celebration. Obviously, the Ukrainian fans have just come to support their team, but the Portuguese fans have come on a night to celebrate the achievement of qualification. Obviously, this is the first time the players have been back since that was confirmed, and they will enjoy it a little more, shall we say, if they can find a way back into this contest and get themselves over the line for victory. That is a huge flag, by the way, and there you go. You can see the successful women's team on that t-shirt. I'm sure they'll get one made up for the men now as well. But important for them to get things going back in the right direction at the start of the second half, to find a way to Baba Jose in the house, getting a Portuguese jersey, big grin on his face for there, and a signed ball as well. Nice. He obviously wanted to be here to see this landmark moment of Portuguese qualifying for EuroBasket for the first time in 14 years. Don't forget, you can keep on top of all of the action in the EuroBasket qualifier. Scan the QR code, download the app, and see the scores, the stats, the highlights, and more on the official EuroBasket qualifiers app. Well, as I say, important start needed here from the home team. They don't want to let this drift any further than it is. Just got out to 9 just before halftime. 13 was the peak in the second quarter. Underway in the second half here in Portugal. The home team trailing by 9, make that 12 as Ukraine hit a 3 on the opening play of the second half. So it's Lukashov making it 2-2 from behind the arc. And it's a double-figure lead once again. A little bit of a stumble there, but he's able to keep it alive, Kirosh. It's a foul and one. Tough finish. Late in the shot clock as well. Kirosh doing a good job of making it a bit of space for his teammate. Lukashov with the 3 at the other end. Ventura going to the line for the 3-point play once all the perspiration has been mopped up. Little impromptu tactical discussions all over the court. Yeah, and Val showing his mopping skills. And we can get back to the action. Free throw coming for Ventura. And Diego Ventura of Sporting converts the three-point play. And he's up to 8. Lukashov all the way to the basket. That was a impressive set there. There was a lot going on in all of that. It was well executed. Brito kicks out. Mid-range shot is off the mark, and that will go back to Portugal. I think it was a double ricochet. Well, they have given it to Ukraine in the end. Bluzniak. Shot clock down to 5 here. Bluzniak cross court. Oh, big attack. And there's a foul called on the attempted dunk. He only had one thing in his mind. Nowitzki. Yeah, it is on the wrist, isn't it? Rostislav Nowitzki makes the first free throw. Referee just going to make them go again here. $13 points now. The advantage for Ukraine equals their biggest lead of the contest. 2 minutes into the third quarter. Oh, an air ball, but it falls nicely for Kierosh. Second one doesn't go. Pushtovoy eventually pulls the ball in. When Ukraine looking to build here. And build they do with a 3 from Ivan Tkachenko. And suddenly it's out to 16. Portugal in a whole heap of trouble. Brito spins to the little fall away. That doesn't go. There he is again on the glass. Kierosh just seems to be in the right place every time. And Ukraine continuing to score relatively freely, and the worry for Portugal is, other than Williams, they haven't really got going. You take that little spell out middle of the second quarter. This could be really ugly for them. Just wondering if there's a drip or something. The referee was looking up to the ceiling. It seems to be a damp patch there. Obviously, they were wiping that on the previous play. Makes them both. We'll take anything that comes right now, Portugal. They just need to get that scoreboard ticking. 37 points in 23 minutes, not enough. Again, they've left Tukchenko wide open for three. That's twice in the last 2 minutes. He's had wide open looks, and he's made both of them. 3 or 4 from behind the arc. Saar with room to maneuver, and he scoops it up under the rim. Great finish. Candido Saar saw the defenders and went around. Talking about his wingspan earlier, we saw it in full effect there. Nice pass. And the second one wasn't great though. Williams is fouled. You just got to be careful with that one. He's obviously in front, but look at this. The old up and under scoop. It's a great finish. It's basically under the backboard. Here's Williams again, picking up where he left off in the second quarter. It's just a bucket getter. Shove. Bluzhnio. Into the key, has to find a way, and he does find a way. It looked like he was running out of room. He was certainly running out of clock, but able to lay it home. Hirosh. Too strong on that one. Rebound snaffle by Sapalo. Tukchenko looking for another one. Not this time. Batted away, and that will be a Portuguese possession. Timeout called here. We're approaching the midpoint of the second half of third quarter even. And Portugal still needing to get that offense flowing. They trail by 15. Saw the shooting numbers at the start of that timeout and how they've diverged from their usual averages. And that is a significant factor into why they've only got 41 points on the board midway through the second quarter. Portugal get us back underway here. Zinos enjoying the action here on game day 6 of EuroBasket qualifiers. Group A, Portugal already secured their berth. Ukraine can't make it, but they're trying to sign off with a win and looking very good value for that with 15 minutes to go. Lukashov wide open. How many wide open threes have we seen in this ball game, particularly here in the third quarter for Ukraine? 7 of 10, double their normal average, but they're so open that 7 of 10 is almost expected with that sort of time and space. Harlow fighting to keep that possession. Again, you can see how open Tkaczynko was in the corner for a guy they've already seen knock down a couple in this quarter. Mid-range is good, and that's the problem. Once a few shots start going in, everybody starts to feel comfortable. Bobrov this time knocking it down. He's 4 of 4 from 2-point range for 8 points. And the lead is 20, and Saar misses everything. And a chance for Ukraine to run. Lukashov's going to lob it up and jammed in. The perfect fast break from one end to the other. And Sipala with the jam. Lukashov just tossed it up there, said, go get that big fella. And Danil Sipalo doing exactly that. Right in rhythm for the jam. Ukraine absolutely bossing this one and throwing up highlight plays to boot. And there's going to be another quick timeout. And the problem is their offense is struggling and their defense is even worse. Well, you saw the bench points there as well, 29-5. You also saw the body language as well as the words from Coach Gomez. Just almost disbelief at how his team are being outworked here and outfought. 22 points they've given up in this quarter already. In 6 minutes, 22 points. They've scored 9. Well, what's the reaction now? Down 22. Williams. Good pump fake there to get Bobrov up in the air, but it looked like he took one in the face there, Cruz. Driving baseline, sold the fake. Bobrov bought on it. His arms weren't quite as straight up when he came down as you might like to show you afterwards. First foul of the game on Vyacheslav Bobrov. Andre Cruz makes the first. Voitsov, who of course was born in Ukraine, but representing Portugal. Sure, this game is one he's been looking forward to. Bobrov with the jam! Oh, another alley-oop pass. And Bobrov rocking the rim and tapping his head. Stolen away. Things going from bad to worse here. Bobrov running the lane, and well, they weren't going to give him a jam that time. So this, again, just a well-timed pass, and Bobrov flying through the air. He knows his way to the rim. Much love, Bobrov. Welcome to my poster, he says. And Williams realized he couldn't do anything about that. .43-67. It's escalating quickly, as they say. Here's Williams in and out. And Ukraine not in the mood to ease back in any way, shape or form. Lobbing another alley-oop. That one was broken up. So wasn't going to allow that to happen. And bodies flying everywhere, but the points will count for Andre Cruz. Bluzniak being harassed by Williams, who pokes it away from him. And Cruz is fouled by Bluzniak. Might have been one there as well. Doesn't look like a man who's up 22, does he? Cruz at the free throw line because Ukraine over the limit. Front end on the second, but an offensive rebound. So able to come up with it. Williams off the mark, another offensive rebound. This time it's Cruz crashing the glass. He's looking for room along the baseline. Somehow it comes out to Voitsov. He fires up the three. Opposite way to the screen. This time he goes round it all the way to the basket. And followed and jammed in. Bobrov having himself a dunk party today. There's Boa. Nice pass. And there's a jam at the other end. Andre Cruz throwing it down. Zotov feeling the heat, losing his man, getting to the basket, great finish. Vitaly Zotov taking it to the rim. There's the alley-oop towards Cruz, broken up, kept in play as well. Thrown away though. 30 points to 16 in this quarter. It's the 30 that's the massive problem, really. There's Boa driving off the mark, batted about. Bluzniak spins his way out of trouble. Still running, but has his pocket picked. Game a bit open at the minute, and Cruz lays it in. Zalatovic going for the steal. Zoltov wants to take a bit more time off the clock, I think. Bobrov out to Bublik for three. Over the top and out of bounds. Portugal will have 4.8 seconds to work with here. Bobrov just everywhere above the rim. Who's shown he can get up to? Three on the buzzer from Lisboa is off the mark. And a big third quarter for Ukraine. 30 points on the board in that period. And their lead has ballooned out to a healthy margin. It is Portugal 50, Ukraine 71. 7 of 11 from three-point range versus 4 of 24 will tell you pretty much everything you need to know from behind the arc. Let's have a look back at the action from the third quarter, and there was plenty of it at this end of the floor. Ukraine running riot, hitting threes early on in the quarter and really finding an offensive rhythm, and even 2 early timeouts couldn't seemingly slow the momentum from a Portuguese point of view. We couldn't find anything in the way of a stop, and their offense wasn't quite good enough to stick with it. And then, well, it was a highlight competition, wasn't it, after that, with all of the dunks. Kind of like Bobrov's a little bit more. He's got a bit more power, and he had to catch it from behind and bring it forward. Well, you can keep on top of all of the action around the world of international hoops. Courtside 1891, all the streams you could desire. Oh, Portugal, not quite the party they were hoping for. Having qualified on Friday, this was meant to be the homecoming to celebrate. And I'm sure they will celebrate at the end of it. It is an impressive achievement, as I said. First time in 14 years, and both the men's and women's team have qualified. The women for the first time ever a couple of weeks ago for EuroBasket. So it is a great moment for Portuguese basketball, but this is not the result to highlight that. As we get underway in the fourth quarter, game day 6, final 10 minutes here. Offensive foul called on Williams. Final 10 minutes of qualifying in Group A. Well, not quite, because they're a little bit behind us in Riga. So final 10 minutes for this game. They're in the third quarter in the other game in this group. A minute or so to go in that one. Israel leading Slovenia by 5 in the battle for the top of the group. Whoever wins that finishes top. These two teams going to finish third and fourth, respectively, but fourth is having their way with third right now. Zoltov, did that get off in time? He got it in. Not enough time for that. Violations, that would be a ball from the side. Vladislav Vusov inbounds it. Boa. Pass is deflected by Bobrov, but straight to Cruz, who turns it into 2. It might have been a tap from Helvau at the end to get the points, but it was great play from Cruz. Oh, nice spin, and what a jam through the contact. Incredible attack from Rostislav Nowitzki. Out on the three-point line, seemingly nowhere to go, but he spins back and then goes over the whole team for the jam. Well, when they do the top 10 plays of the round for the highlights package, this game might have them all. And 3-point plays converted. 11 points off 6 shots. Oh no, it's 5 or 6 free throws, my mistake. Williams. As Boa kicks out to the corner. He's trying to fight his way through 2 defenders, draws the foul. I think he'll be deemed shooting here. Well, it did look like a pass at the end of it, actually, which is why it's a sideline ball. Into Williams. Step back 3. Is that a foul? No, it isn't. In fact, it's going to be an offensive foul for a kick out against Williams. The referee had a good look at it. They both ended up on the floor. Show a full court pressure here from the Portuguese, and they do actually press on the ball. Ukraine deal with it okay. Bobrov now for 3. Out of bounds, and Ukraine will get it back. Zoltov. Forced back out. Good defensive pressure. Zoltov lobs it up. Bobrov again. He's there for the jam. Well, you throw it up there and Bobrov is dunking it all over the place. He is just a man on a mission to dunk everything tonight. 40 points on the paint. Feels like all of it is Bobrov jams. So kicks it out into the corner. Oh, rebound is stolen away by Portugal. Nice pass. Cruz into the heart of the defense and soft touch. Kirosh could have shot that himself, but he gave it up to a teammate instead, and a turnover by Ukraine here. Still had some work to do, Cruz. Foul on their three-point shot there, Vlad. Also is going to go to the line. Well, he didn't hesitate. Might have actually been after the shot. It was after the shot. She's saying, why are we not shooting 3 free throws? Once you've landed, the shot stops being a shot. And the contact was not before he landed, it was after he landed and he ran into it. I must admit, when I watched the replay, that was my first thought, and it turned it over. Insult to injury, it's a jam the other way. Nowitzki with the steal and run back. Portugal were thinking they were getting three free throws, and they ended up getting a dunk against. Feels like more than 10 fast break points to Ukraine. Garrosh. Little 10-12 footer. Zotov. Nowitzki drives back out to Zotov for 3. Got it. Another three-pointer for Ukraine. They've shot the ball incredibly well. He's got 2 of the 3s for his contribution, and they're 8 for 13 from behind the arc. And again, it's a long step off him. Part of the reason they've shot the ball so well, Ukraine, is because they've had some really good looks. They've been afforded them by Portugal. You still got to knock them down, and they certainly have. Is that a kick ball, or is it just off the leg? It doesn't look like the referee signaled a kick ball, so it'll stay at 9 on the shot clock. Camero to inbound. Ventura. Kirsch backing down, trying to throw it back out to Ventura, but the body of Bobrov was in the way. Not much time to work with. But eventually gets it away. It misses everything. Lukashov comes the other way. Paulo hands it off to Bluzhnyuk. Lukashov. That's a push. Probably not a bad option there from Diogo Ventura. He probably took a business decision. He'd seen Williams get dunked on a couple of times. He didn't want any part of that. Bobrov in the low post. Lukashov. Here's Bobrov again. Oh, that was the right pass, just bobbled. Swallow was thinking about how he was going to dunk it before he caught it, I think. Utsa in the corner off the mark. Rebound clutched by Koniev. Bluzniuk. Out to Lukashov. Bobrov with the size again, but the double team comes and forces it out of his hands. He thought illegally, referee did not. Ventura in and out. Bluzniuk. Feeling like he's got a mismatch here, looking to attack, gets into the key, soft touch, doesn't quite go. And Portugal smuggle it away with Cruz. Cruz still going, just sort of lost the ball and ended up turning it over. Nice, good quick ball movement. Korniev on the end, lays it home. 3:52 to go, a timeout called. I'm not sure there's a lot to be gained from here for Portugal. Sometimes you just write it down as a bad day at the office. And this has very much been one for Mario Gomez's team. They've just not really been at it. You can see how far off their average they are in virtually every category. The only one they're close in is turnovers, which is not a good thing. They just haven't quite reacted. They got struggled for offense too many times, too many spells of one score in 3, 4, 5 minutes. And then they would have a little burst, but each time they're getting further and further behind. Final few minutes here of this final qualifying game for Portugal and Ukraine. Ukraine looking well set to get their only win of the qualifying campaign. It won't be enough to send them forward to the summer, but at least they will leave this qualifying campaign on a bit of a high. Played well today, deserved everything they've got out there. Portugal haven't been at their best, but Ukraine have taken full advantage of that, it's fair to say. Bluzniuk has been busy and lively all game. 3 ball is up on the buzzer, a rare miss from behind the arc for Ukraine. They've shot tremendously well. They haven't had too many like that, where it's been a late shot clock heave. Coach happy with the performance of Bobrov as he sits down, and why not? Bobrov's had a highlight reel of his own today. That's off the mark. Klitschko didn't keep running there as Sapalo thought he might. Cruz, mid-range. Well, I think that's the first time he hasn't taken it to the rim, but he's been one of the few bright spots, you would say, in a white shirt tonight. Thought he's played pretty well. Bluzniuk nearly had his pocket pick, did in the end. Cruz kept nibbling away. Bluzniuk, though, steals it right back and out of bounds off Bluzniuk's knee. That'll go back to Portugal. He didn't give up on the play. Well-timed slap down by Kirosh. Last action for Bluzniak. He's had a good impact as well as he leaves the game for what I assume to be the final time. Tough night for him and his team. Hopefully, once the buzzer sounds, they can put it behind them, another open three, and celebrate the achievement that they've had. Koniev, though, piling on the paint. 60% from behind the arc. They've not needed to shoot loads either because they've got to the basket so repetitively, so comfortably. Rush into double figures. But he commits the foul, and that's going to send Tapalo to the free throw line. Again, too much space really in the corner. Well, all but one of the Ukrainians have scored today, which always makes the team feel happy with themselves. Put a big number, they might end up in the 90s. Minute to go then in this one. Portugal on the wrong end of it. Ukraine going to get a win on the board. All bobbling about. She's able to come up with it. It's the right idea. It's just a little low for Kirosh to get down and hold on to a pass with that level of zip on it. Well, the MC trying to whip the crowd up. More about the achievements before tonight, before this. That's going to be an 8-second violation. Didn't quite get the ball established in the front court in time. Once that slap happened, it was always likely to be an 8-second violation. And that could be the last shot of the game, unless they get an offensive rebound, which they do. And Avante might get another go. No, it's off the mark, and that will surely do it now. Ukraine will just dribble it out. Well, it's not been the campaign they hoped for, Ukraine, but it's finished on a high, and conversely, it's been the campaign they dreamed of, Portugal, but it's finished on a low. But they can celebrate their achievement nonetheless. They've made the EuroBasket for the first time in 14 years here. Doesn't matter that the result didn't go their way. Ukraine, it is their flag flying. At the end, it is their victory to save her, and what a victory it's been as well. Really took control of the game in the second quarter and never relinquished it after that, and ended up winning this one going away. Final score here in Matazinos is Portugal 60, Ukraine 88. Well, as I said, not the result that Portugal would have planned on when they came here this evening, but they will be able to celebrate their achievement, and they should rightly celebrate it as well. It's not easy to make it to EuroBasket. It's only the 4th time they've managed it, so they should enjoy that. And the Ukraine players showing their appreciation to the healthy number of Ukrainian fans in the house who made themselves heard, who were waving their flags throughout, really supporting the team. And that's good to see and well appreciated by those players out on court. And they will have the bragging rights for tonight at least, as they go out into the Portuguese air. But Portugal will take this as a learning experience for what is going to come in the summer, but enjoy the achievement nonetheless of qualifying for